Very good morning to you. Welcome to the programme. It's just gone 6 o'clock. Our main news this morning, it is a huge day in Parliament, isn't it, Paul? And Dame agrees about this, hasn't she? And her point, not dying easier.
And they sort of slip.
There is a sort of tracker on the MPs as to how many ITV News thinks are decided. And that's, I mean, from your... There's a lot of undecided still. Facing up to these difficult moments is partly what you're an MP for, actually, aren't you?
Yeah.
So there's,
of course, not backbenching.
Whole year on the items you're looking, quite what it seems. Yes.
You still feel a pressure.
So Keir Starmer, we understand, knew about this conviction. Should we just Terry? So, yeah, that ended here saying Louise Haigh was a special constable in 2011 before becoming an MP, which I suppose adds another element. And it's one of those issues that affects every single person. We all think about assisted dying, who vehemently oppose this bill today on assisted dying, saying it is the thin end for you to do if life gets a bit tough. We won't make assume that if you haven't decided you're for something, against it because you haven't quite, got to the threshold where does that mean that most people, when it comes to it today, in a few hours' time, having heard everything, will just go, I'm still not ready. Esther Ranson, who has spoken on this issue many times, has told Good Morning Britain today that the current law around assisted dying is a mess and cruel, just hours before MPs vote on the controversial bill this afternoon.
Yeah, just hours away from that massive vote. It could make assisted dying legal for someone with a terminal illness and less than 6 months left to live. I spoke to Dame Esther yesterday when she told me she thought she'd never be alive to see this vote actually come to Parliament. Well, we'll have more on that interview later.
Yeah.
A slightly tongue-in-cheek comment as well about what she'll do if MPs don't vote for that one. But Gargi Patel is in Westminster for us.
On the programme later on, because she has done documentaries that we should make living easier and better.
Free slope argument as well, that the bill might be adults, but of course, Liz says it would put people like her at risk. Then, if they really do hold the power today, but whichever way they go,
and it's a massive social change if they go forward today.
Yeah, biggest in half a century.
Yeah, we've got plenty to talk about on that from both sides of the argument this morning. That's coming up during the show. We're discussing it with former Conservative Special Advisor Salma Shah and former Labour Minister Caroline Flint. And as you said, yeah, and
after 8, we'll hear more from Dame Esther Ranson from that interview I did with her yesterday, and from actor and disability rights activist Liz Carr, as you were saying earlier, Ranvir. But now here's Louisa with the